What if the first warm breath of spring finally arrives after 10 frozen years, only for the chill of old secrets and unspoken guilt to linger like snow that refuses to melt? That quiet tension between renewal and the shadows of the past, the fear of what we might lose when hope returns, is the beating heart of episode 2 of Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring, which premiered on April 4, 2026. Like a lone figure waking from a long, uneasy dream into a world that has just begun to thaw, this chapter gently shifts the lens from the fragile dance of spring to the watchful eyes of winter. You can almost feel the crisp bite of lingering frost on your skin, smell the faint salt of the sea mixed with melting snow, and hear the distant murmur of a nation celebrating while hidden storms brew beneath the surface. It is not just another episode. It is the moment the story widens, pulling you deeper into a tale of duty, hidden pain, and the fragile line between protection and control. And by the final frame, you will be desperate to know what truths the thawing world is about to uncover. Still streaming exclusively on Crunchyroll, with subs and dubs available worldwide. Episode 2 picks up 2 weeks after Hinajuku completed her first sacred mission on the island of Ryugu. The focus now turns to the agent of winter, Rosei Kansabaki, and his loyal guard, Iteko Kengetsu. They travel to the southern island of Tsukushi to witness the return of spring with their own eyes. Along with a new young escort named Ishihara, they arrive only to face an unexpected threat from a group of rebels who oppose the agents. What follows is a mix of quiet reflection, a brief but intense clash, and careful conversations that hint at deeper cracks in the world they serve. No big battles dominate the screen, just small, meaningful steps forward that connect the joy of spring's return with the heavier weight of winter's watch. It ends on a note of quiet discovery that feels like the first crack in a frozen lake, leaving you eager to see how these two seasons will truly meet. The episode moves with the same graceful patience as the first, but now it expands the world like winter sunlight stretching across fresh snow. It advances the main story by introducing the winter agents and showing how spring's return ripples through the entire balance of seasons. The pacing feels perfectly balanced. Gentle character moments give way to a sudden, sharp action sequence that proves the stakes are real, then settles back into thoughtful conversations that build suspense. There are no loud twists, but the quiet revelations and the final discovery create a soft cliffhanger that makes you lean in closer. Fans on Reddit and social media have called it a beautiful bridge between hope and hidden pain, and it truly sets up the larger conflict without rushing. From the light novels by Kana Akatsuki, we know this episode faithfully adapts early chapters while holding back full explanations. The cloudy parts that leave viewers curious, the exact reason the agents of winter and spring cannot meet, the rebels' motives, and the disconcerting truth Ishihara uncovers, are left mysterious on purpose. The novels reveal it ties back to the painful kidnapping 10 years ago, the agency's role in hiding Hinajuku, and the heavy guilt both Rosei and Iteko carry for failing to protect her and Sakura. Episode 2 wisely shows only the surface so you feel the same unease and curiosity that the characters do. It makes every small clue feel important and pulls you deeper into the larger story of revenge, loyalty, and the cost of power. Rosei Kansabaki steps into the light as a man of quiet dignity and deep inner shadows, beautiful on the outside yet haunted by dreams of the past. You sense his hidden wound, a long-held love for Hinajuku and the guilt of not being able to save her. Iteko Kengetsu feels like a steady blade, calm, composed, and fiercely protective, yet carrying his own regrets from 10 years ago. His choices show a man torn between duty and the memory of someone he once taught and cared for. Ishihara brings fresh energy and innocent curiosity that cracks open their guarded world. Their dialogue and actions feel honest and human. Nothing feels forced. You watch them grow in small but powerful ways, and it makes you care even more about how their paths will cross with spring's fragile hope. This episode quietly asks the big questions. When something precious finally returns, how much of the past must you face before you can truly move forward? What does it mean to protect someone when your own failures still weigh on your heart? It is about the lingering cold of guilt, the courage to seek truth even when it hurts, and the quiet hope that seasons and people can heal together. Like the slow melt of winter snow revealing new life underneath, the story shows how sacrifice and survival walk hand in hand. You feel it in Rosei's restless dreams, Iteko's careful words, and Ishihara's brave questions. Sometimes the hardest part of hope is choosing to step into the light when shadows still linger. We learn a little more about the wider nation of Yamato and the tensions around the Four Seasons Agency. The rebels give us a glimpse of those who fear or resent the agent's power. The sacred rules and the careful distance kept between seasons feel richer now, adding gentle layers without overwhelming the story. It makes the universe feel alive and complicated in the best way, full of beauty, duty, and hidden dangers. The script remains gentle yet sharp, sharp. Every line carries quiet weight, especially the conversations that dance around truths no one wants to say out loud. Nothing feels cliché. The words linger like melting snow, making you think about your own unspoken regrets long after the episode ends. Wit Studio continues to shine under director Ken Yamamoto, with animation advisor Kazuhiro Furuhashi guiding the flow. Art director Yusuke Takeda crafts snowy island scenes that feel both cold and alive, with colors shifting from icy whites and blues to warmer hints of spring's touch. Character designer Namiko Tori gives every expression and movement such delicate life. Stillness and sudden bursts of action work together beautifully, the way snow drifts, then blades flash. It is not just pretty. The visuals make you feel the emotional thaw happening right before your eyes. Ken Yamamoto uses smart camera choices, close, intimate shots during quiet talks and wider views during the island arrival that make you feel the vastness and the tension. The editing rhythm is calm yet precise, mirroring the careful balance of winter's watch and spring's gentle return. Kensuke Ushio's score remains a quiet but powerful presence, with soft strings and subtle motifs that echo the lingering cold. The opening and ending themes by Orange Star still carry that fragile hope. But the real power comes in the silence after the clash and the soft sounds of melting snow, moments where sound steps back so emotion can speak louder. Shogo Sakata as Rosei Kansabaki brings a perfect mix of dignified calm and hidden pain. His voice has a beautiful, shadowed depth that makes you feel every unspoken regret. Satoshi Hino as Ateko Kangetsu delivers steady strength with subtle tremors that show the weight he carries. His performance feels like a loyal blade that has seen too much. Yuka Nuki and Yoshino Aoyama return briefly as Hinajuku and Sakura, their voices still carrying the emotional core from episode 1. The new cast adds fresh layers that make these characters feel real and alive. This episode left me with a gentle ache mixed with quiet wonder, like stepping outside after a long winter and feeling the first real warmth on your face. I smiled at the small moments of connection, felt my heart tighten during the clash and the late-night questions, and walked away thinking about my own lingering snows. It left soft scars, the kind that remind you healing takes time. The pivotal moment is not loud. It is a quiet collision of past guilt, present duty, and a small but brave search for truth that shifts everything in the softest way. It asks you, when spring finally returns to your life, will you celebrate the warmth, or will you first face the cold truths that the snow was hiding? If I am honest, the thoughtful pacing might feel a little slow if you crave non-stop action right away. Some might want bigger answers about the agency secrets sooner. But these are not flaws, they are choices. The deliberate rhythm mirrors the slow thaw of real emotions and the careful way seasons change. What some might call lingering is actually a beautiful and respectful way to honor the story's themes of patience, guilt, and quiet courage. Episode 2 of Agents of the Four Seasons. Dance of Spring succeeds with quiet power. Its greatest strengths are the rich new characters, stunning snowy visuals, and the way it turns a simple visit into a profound step toward larger truths. Its only weakness is that it leaves you wanting the next chapter immediately. This is not just another weekly episode. It is the moment winter's watchful eyes meet spring's fragile bloom, and it feels deeply personal and true. So here is the question I leave you with. When the snow finally begins to melt and old secrets start to surface, will you look away, or will you step forward and face whatever the thaw reveals? The ice is cracking. The dance continues. Watch episode 2. The seasons are moving, and once you feel that lingering chill turn to warmth, you won't be able to turn away.